A new story from James Gray. Also follow his stories by liking and subscribing.
Not to lose anything of your reflection in the bathroom, mirror your eyes tired told the story. Of a life marked for fear, and by silence the lines thin in your face seemed maps. Of days difficult and nights endless, she barely recognized the strong woman she once was behind. Of that expression, there was a heart that he had already dreamed of happiness, but now struggled for it. Air Force is on the other side of your door, daughter Sophia, only 6 years old, waited for her mother with eyes big and full of silent questions. She knew something was wrong, same, without understanding. Totally wouldn't cook the clock. It was 7 o'clock. Anna tried, maintaining the routine of preparing the breakfast. But the atmosphere, he was loaded with Sophia, sitting at the table looking at her mother with concern. You, this good mommy asked with a soft voice, as if it was afraid of the. Anna, with a smile, responded, I am my love. I'm a little tired, but by within she knew that something needed to change. Noah could continue living under the rule of Paul, her husband, a man whose presence weighed more than your words. Paul was imposing, but not by charisma. He commanded through fear, with words that sounded like orders and gestures that left brands physically and emotional each time Anna used disagree, with the punishment vineyard fast and accurate. But that night something inside her changed. During dinner, Paul announced, your plans with coldness. Let us go. Moving to my parents' house, there will be better for everyone. And Sophia will have more space. Your Tom does not. Left space for discussion. Anna felt her heart press move sign would lose the little bit of freedom that still he had tried to contain. The tremor in your voice, Anna replied to Paul, it is better we stay here. This is our home. Sophia feels safe here. Is the courage unexpected he picked up until she of surprised, but Paul's reaction was immediately, your eyes stayed ice cream, and its voice was hard as stone. I know I am asking your opinion, Anna. I decided is best for this family, and you go obey. The silence that followed, he was terrifying, scared. Sophia lowered your eyes on the plate. On the other hand, I felt something growing inside her, a mixture of fear and revolt that was about to explode. Anna, I knew I could not anymore to support that one. It was not just on her, but about Sophia, who needed of an environment safe to grow. Yet so Paul believed he had complete control of the situation. What I did not know that Anna was keeping a secret that could change everything. Without him, suspected Anna was heir of a fortune of £1,000,000, something that she never revealed. The leave of that moment, the game, it was time to turn the tables and show Paul that he knew everything, and the next move. Anna already had a plan. Anna knew that she did not, it could more allow Paul controlled each detail of their lives with a newly discovered courage. She stated firmly, I go, although your words, although simple, they carried the strength of someone who had supported more than I could hold. Paul, surprised, put to hear one response contrary to you are willing. He stood up abruptly from his chair. You to look carried one fury uncontrollable, and in one movement fast your hand crossed the air, reaching Anna's face with a dry sound that echoed throughout the room. Sophia, your daughter, let out a scream of terror, and in that instant all inside the house it seemed to stop, while the impact of the slap made your face throbbing. Anna realized that the pain physical, it was nothing compared to what he felt. To the look at Sophia, the eyes, the girl's fear reflected the fear that Anna had promised to protect her. Was in that moment something changed within her. The fear that before dominated started to disappear, being substituted, put one determination that never was felt before. Paul, still taken by rage, looked at Anna with contempt. You are a failed Anna, no must. We're go very less with this attitude. Go to stay here and do what I command. No, he has chosen, but he was deceived. Anna did have one choice, and for the first time, she was ready to fight. The image of Sophia, shrunk in the chair, trying to disappear, recorded in Anna's mind. She knew that now it could allow your daughter to grow up believing that this was the life he deserved, or what love meant. Submission and violence. Anna needed to show Sophia that there was another way. On that same night, as the house sank in silence, she took one decision and entered the room, closed the door carefully, and went to the closet among old blankets, where it found one small box that Paul would never know existed within that box was what Anna needed for. Change your life forever. The little one box kept the secret that Anna had protected. Over the years, documents proved that she was the heir to a fortune of £1 million. It was a legacy that she was rejected there for a long time for fear of responsibilities and pain associated with it, until that one moment Anna knew there was considered using that money, but now everything will change. That fortune was not only one inheritance, but the chance of freedom. In that moment, Anna realized that finally had the tools to escape Paul's control and build a future worthy for her and Sophia. Anna spent the night in clear planning meticulously your escape of that nightmare. I knew it was not it could simply disappear. Paul was a man dangerous with contacts, influential people who could find her in any place. In addition, that Sophia's safety was her priority. Each detail had to be calculated accurately during the silence. At dawn involved the house. Anna visualized a future where she and Sophia would be free from control suffocating of Paul. This vision filled her with hope and courage to face your obstacles that were put come when you first sunbeams began to illuminate the room. Anna took your decision, picked up the phone, and called an old family friend, a lawyer she knew who I could trust. Anna's words were few, but full of urgency and determination. I need your help, he said. She is on the other side of the line. He immediately understood that something very seriously, he was the connection is happening. He was short, but sufficient to establish the first step in her plan. She knew that having an ally would be crucial to the success of her escape, even with the fear constantly of being discovered. Anna began to gather what she needed to escape secret. She made slight changes in your routine, saved money that Paul would never notice, and began to prepare mentally to face your risks. Your strength came from the desire to ensure that Sophia never but was forced to live in fear. Each decision I made, each movement that made, was thought with a single objective: build a new life away from the oppressive shadow of Paul. As Anna advanced in your preparations, the weight of your choice seemed more take to each day. The key that would open the doors to your freedom was in your hands. Not just you documents that guaranteed your inheritance, but also the courage that there was rediscovered within you. What was once an extinguished flame now burned intensely. Anna was no longer the woman submissive that Paul manipulated her. He was ready to fight to protect Sophia and get back the life she always had deserved. Paul got up and walked until Anna, your expression loaded with false authority. I will prepare, all he said, while the environment seemed more suffocating than ever. In that instant, connection with the lawyer echoed in Anna's mind. I wanted to be absolutely right from that one time the process started. No H come back. He there was seriously warned. I know. I am ready, replied Anna, feeling the weight and strength of her decision from that moment. Her action would be crucial, and not there was more room for hesitation. In the morning next, Anna followed your routine as if nothing were happening, prepared breakfast, took Sophia to school, and did the tasks domestically, all with the same calm apparent as always. But for within one storm roared. She knew that each minute under the same roof that Anna represented a risk, but also I understood that the key to success was in your ability to keep up appearances Anna could not suspect. You're welcome before your plan is in place, complete. Anna felt as one strategist in full battlefield where each detail counted. The day elapsed normally, but for Anna it was the beginning of a substantial change. While complied with your activities, your mind worked incessantly, adjusting you details of the plan and imagining each step necessary, each exchanging glances with Paolo. Each word spoken was calculated. Anna forced herself to maintain a quiet countenance, but inside her something deeper was manifesting itself, one determination fiercely to regain control on your life and guarantee a future safe for Sophia. When the night fell, Anna was in the kitchen, washing you last dishes, while Paolo was in the room reviewing working documents. He was ally to the storm that was forming to you around. Anna watched him from afar, feeling a calm that never there was experience before. The anger and fear that paralyzed her for so long, they have transformed in one silent and powerful. Paul, to finish your papers, approached her, placing one hand firm in your shoulder. I hope you have thought well. He said, tomorrow I will talk to my parents too. Let us start. The change started with a conviction that only he believed Anna felt slowly. Without pronouncing one word, letting Paul believe that there was defeated more one time he was convinced that she was returned to the wife role submissive, but not at I was going be. More deceived in the Anna's mind, each his movement was more one part in a game that I did not even know. Be playing, and she intended to lose that night, while Paul slept deeply Anna got up with determination, illuminating your watch the match. He was in course, and now it was as instead of do the next one movement that one night seemed endless. Anna stayed lying down looking at while your mind processed what was put come. She knew that the next days would be of dangers, and each step taken would require courage and precision, yet something inside her shone more. Strong certainty that it will not be more alone. He had your inheritance, an ally dependable in. Your lawyer, and above all Sophia your daughter, were strength driving, put behind each decision your reason. Deeper to resist the first movement, he was done, and Anna felt ready to face whatever was necessary. In the morning next, Anna started the day, as did all others. Times prepared coffee, got Sophia ready for school, and fulfilled your routine with serenity, a parent of who no guard secrets, but for within the fire of determination burned stronger than ever. Anna, I knew I would need to be extremely careful. Each action should be strategically calculated, and each word measure the danger. He was peak in every corner of that house, but there was decided no. Would be more intimidated for Paul. The battle there was started, and Anna was willing to fight until the end. While Paul behaved as if he were in control, ignoring any turn signal, Anna took advantage of this false security. He did idea that in that moment your victory. It was just one illusion. Anna left him believe that she was given, but the truth was different. The real one war he was starting just after leaving Sophia in school. Anna followed until one. The little coffee shop that places discreet there has been chosen for a crucial meeting with his old friend, a lawyer, who danced in your chest, but she did not let it show. When Anna arrived at the cafeteria, she saw your attorney already waiting. Put she a man with hair gray and to look loaded with experience. He received it seriously. The weight of the moment was palpable. Anna knew that that meeting was the next step in the direction of your freedom, but also, I understood that. Now there was room for error. The lawyer listened each her word, carefully taking notes and formulating strategy. He knew well about your risks, but I also knew that Anna had something more valuable than money, one courage that seemed unshakable. Sitting in front of her old friend lawyer, Anna realized that it would not be a simple conversation. The man, with a serious expression, started the dialogue. Anna, I reviewed all we can move forward with the divorce, but I need you to know that Paul is a man with resources and connections. Dangerous. No, it will be a process. Easy. Anna, indeed aware of the challenges, no hesitated. I understand, but I do not. I have the choice necessary to protect Sophia. I will not allow her grow up in that toxic environment, and that your life is destroyed. Like my lawyer, impressed with your determination. Breathe. Background before continuing. Particularly good. Let us go to start your procedures of divorce and ask for measures protective, although there is something more than you need to know. The revelation that followed left Anna tense but unshakable. The lawyer shared my investigations show something worrying. Paul has connections with people who are extremely dangerous criminals organized. If this is true, he can do complicated things. Anna felt a chill walk your pimple, but refused to demonstrate weakness. What kind of people? Asked your voice firm. The lawyer did. One pause, strategic, carefully choosing your words. Members of high-level organizations. Dangerousness, there is evidence that Paul is involved with them, and that can be big problem or our bigger advantage. If we can expose these links, we can destroy your network of protection. Anna, and instead of being intimidated, felt his determination to grow. Yet more. I will do whatever it takes. Necessary. No, I go. Let Sophia grow up to the side of that man. The lawyer nodded, admiring. Anna's courage will prepare you documents, but until there you need to continue with your life. Normally Paul does not. He can suspect nothing. Anna left the fair with her heart heavy, but yours. Focus. He was keener than ever. The discovery of Paolo's connections to organized crime was terrorizes a new weapon in your fight. Now, Anna knew she needed to use this information to you. Please dismantle the dark world that he was built to arrive at home. Anna felt one wave of urgency. She started to search documents and accounts, searching any track that could confirm the lawyer's suspicions, each paper, each extract banking, and each email. They were analyzed meticulously. Your determination was moved for a single objective: gather evidence enough to destroy Paul and ensure Sophia's safety while this Paul remained alien. Believing that everything was under his control, Anna knew that time was crucial and that patience would be your bigger ally. Was an afternoon common when Anna received one connection unexpected of your attorney's last day. She was dipped deeply in documents, emails, and records. Financial, looking for something that could expose transactions, Paul's illicit activities were. Then she found a receipt that called your attention, dated years behind the document, revealed a deposit banking in one offshore account with a value too high to be a simple business operation. That night while Paul slept, Anna calmly took the receipt and kept it carefully in your evidence boxes, the same place where your document on your inheritance too. Each new clue, the danger seemed more imminent, but Anna knew it was closer to the truth than never. During the weeks following, Anna continued acting as if nothing had happened, changed. She kept your routine intact, while each movement you did part of a detailed plan, calculated. Paul, convinced that she was back to the wife role, submissive. No, I suspected nothing, but inside the house the climate was each time more tense. Sophia ebbed out, child, and without understanding fully the situation, felt the weight of the atmosphere charge that permeated the home. Anna knew she needed to be careful because any slide it could place everything to lose. Then the call came from lawyer Anna. I found something that can you interest. He explained that there was talk to a source, dependable one. Old Paolo's associate confirmed something profoundly serious to me about Paolo's ex-wife. The heart of Anna almost stopped. What you want to say with that? Asked the voice. The lawyer is tense, hesitated, put a moment before revealing. Second, that source, Paolo's ex-wife, does not. It disappeared. Put chance she discovered something that was not should, and Paul used his connections with the criminals to eliminate it. The lawyer's words echoed as hammer in Anna's mind. Paolo's ex-wife does not he missing. She has been murdered. That one revelation not just confirmed you Anna's fears, but also it gave a new dimension to the urgency of your mission. It was not just one question of escape, but to survive. Knowing that Paul was capable of such acts extreme, she understood that no, it could to err in none step of the plan. Now more than ever, Anna was decided to exhibit you secrets of man who threatened to destroy everything she loved. Anna was in shock. Confirmation that Paul was not just a man violent, but also a murderer, made his world collapse. She and Sophia lived under the same roof as him, and each day the danger passed seemed yet more. Next, what I can do with this information? Asked Anna, attorney, try and control the mixture of despair and anger that dominated your voice. We need proof, more concrete. With this, we will be able to ensure you protection and Sophia's, but he must act with extreme caution. Paul does not, he can nor distrust that you know that, or will be in grave danger. These words echoed in the Anna's mind itself. After turning off the phone, the revelation that should have paralyzed her with fear in the truth filled her with a wrath calculated. It was not just on protect your daughter, was also on to do justice. Put that one woman who lost his life in Paul's hands. That night, Anna took one risky decision. She needed of answers from someone who was within Paul's circle of trust, someone who could confirm the information given by attorney. He remembered Lucas, an old partner of Paul, who visited your house sometimes in the past, always had a mysterious as. If I knew more than I would appear in the morning. Next, Anna was to Lucas, company without. Prior to mentioning your approach, he was strategic. She introduced herself as one wife concerned, just searching to understand your business in which your husband was involved. Lucas was surprised by the visit. But I agreed to talk to her. Lucas, I know Paolo is involved into something big and dangerous, but I need to know the truth about what happened to his ex-wife. I have a right to know if I'm sharing a home with someone capable of hurting me or my daughter. Your voice trembled while spoke, one mixture of real fear and determination. Unwavering. Lucas looked at her fixedly, your eyes loaded with something difficult to decipher. For a moment it seemed like I would go push her away with a sorry, any, but to see the anguish sincere on Anna's face expression changed Anna. You know it should do questions as these are safer. Not knowing, he got up, leaving implicit that the danger was greater than her. I imagined same. So Anna felt she was on the right path, right the hesitation of Paul. The way in which we avoided certain conversations indicated that there was much more put behind the facade. From Paul, Anna, however, could no longer keep quiet. I do not know what I can do if I do not know the truth. My life and Sophia's can be in danger. Please, Lucas. I need to know what happened. Lucas sighed deeply, aware that he was about to cross one line. Dangerous, Paul, no. I wanted your wife to know. She found out something about you as business with criminals, something that it could ruin all he know. He had other choice, or better thought not had made her. Disappeared, and since then nobody dared to say that. Luke's words fell like a death sentence for Anna, who understood that she would not. He was just fighting put your freedom, but for own survival. Anna stayed paralyzed for a moment, absorbing the gravity of the situation. Paul was not just a man dangerous. He was willing to do anything to keep your power now. Anna knew that she could be the next victim case your plans were discovered. With the mind accelerated, she left Lucas's room feeling like he was walking in a minefield. The truth, who will hear, pushed her to act urgently, and she knew she needed to accelerate his plan. Was the time to gather all the evidence and expose Paul before it was too late. In the days following, Anna dedicated herself to his investigation with intensity renewed. I knew I was stepping on a plot of land, dangerous, but could not stop while this Paul was completely alien to what was happening. Followed with his life as if nothing had happened changed. He continued controlling all to you around, believing that your facade of security would never be broken, but Anna was weaving a network to you around, preparing for the moment exactly in which the truth would become known. Every day the conversations with Paul, they became more tense and difficult to bear, to keep calm under so much pressure. It was a constant challenge for Anna. She knew she would not give up your life, and Sophia's depended. From that, the tension in the lunar increased, but Anna remained firm, determined not to fail. One night, while Paul was at your desk reviewing documents, Anna came in and watched him from a distance with a look attentive and calculated. Something important, she asked in a tone of voice that disguised your true intention. Paul raised your eyes and smiled without suspecting nothing was just business. Nothing to worry about, this everything under control. Anna just nodded, but he knew that the Paul's control. He was about to collapse your facade, unbeatable. He was about to collapse, and he would have idea of what they would reach minutes. Then Anna received one connection, anonymous, confirming that Paul, he participated in a recent crime related to organized crime, and the confirmation was the push that she needed to intensify your fight. Now more than ever, she knew the time was against her. The determination to do justice was strengthened, and Anna was ready for what were put come. It was 3 a.m, and the silence of the night seemed contrast with the storm of thoughts that consumed Anna. She knew that time was against her, each second becoming more precious, while your mind worked 1 hour before there was received confirmation. Anonymous Paul not was just involved in the murder of his ex-wife, but also in a recent connected to the mafia. Now time was not only an ally, but an enemy. Relentless Paul slept in another room without knowing that the world to you around he was about to collapse. Anna knew that needed to act quickly before he discovered everything that was happening. When the day dawned, Anna followed your routine as if nothing had happened, to change carefully. She made sure that Sophia was well, and that Paul did not suspect anything, but inside her the whole plan was in movement. During the night, she reviewed your documents again that were gathered, each detail, to ensure that everything was perfect. The final move would be risky but crucial. He was ready to take the next step. While he was preparing breakfast, Paul came into the kitchen. Your countenance impassive, no revealed, nothing suspicious. Today I went out more early. I have business to solve, said, without looking away from your cell phone. Clear, have a good one day, replied to Anna, and a smile that does not reflect the storm in your mind. She observed to go out, feeling the tension to grow, knowing that now the house was empty, and she had the opportunity to act without being interrupted like this. Sophia went to school, and Anna went to the study where Paul kept her documents. More confidential, she knew that still there was something important, to find something that could be the key to overthrowing Paul's empire based on lies and fear. She rummaged through papers, books and files until you find a sealed envelope hidden behind a row of books. When opening it, Anna found photographs compromising and documents detailing the Paul's connections with organized crime figures, men who would hesitate and eliminate anyone that he would put himself in their path. With the tests in hands, Anna felt the power turn it in your favor now. She had everything he needed to ensure that Paul was not only arrested but never again could threaten her or her, not even Sophia, but she knew she needed to act with caution was vital. Hand over the evidence to the police as soon as possible, but in a way that does not wake up suspicions. The game, he was just starting, and Anna knew that each step had to be given with extreme caution. Because of any error, it could have cost her life. Anna knew she could not wait, plus the evidence they were finally in your hands, and now it was time to act with the heart accelerated and the mind focused. She called the lawyer from a number safe. I have all we need. I go deliver today. But I need you to be ready to function as soon as I do this. Paul not, he can have time to react. The lawyer's voice sweats, heavily loaded with tension, but also with determination. Steady, Anna, this is the time to end it all. He replied, ready to take the next step. She knew that the action needed to be quick and precise before leaving home. Anna made a last inspection in the evidence that he had in hands, the photos and documents. They were there, the key to ending the reign of terror of Paul represented not only her husband's downfall, but also her and Sophia's safety. She closed the box carefully, keeping all in your bag. With the last look at what was left, the back left home without look back, your destination, he was sealed the trip to the police station. He was one mixture of anxiety and adrenaline. With each kilometer, Anna felt that she was approaching a outcome inevitable, but he also knew he was putting himself at risk, yet bigger to arrive. Your stomach, he was in a knot. But she kept calm, approached the police officer on duty, and asked to speak to the commissioner responsible for the investigation's criminals. Each minute that passed seemed one eternity. Finally, he was led to a room where a man with a stern expression and eyes penetrating was waiting for her. My name is Anna, began with a voice firm despite the whirlwind within. Of itself, I have evidence implicating my husband Paolo in several crimes, including the murder of my ex-wife and involvement with the mafia. I need protection for myself and my daughter. Extended with the envelope containing the evidence for the commissioner. He took the envelope and started reviewing the content. Your expression went from disbelief to concern and then to action. Decided, let us go. Take measures immediately. We need to ensure that you and your daughter are safe. That is a lot bigger than me. I imagine getting up quickly to give the necessary orders while you officers mobilized. Anna felt one mixture of relief and apprehension. She knew that in the end he was closer, but also he was aware of the danger. To the tension that had passed increased each second, and your thought was clear: needed return home before Paul arrived, and the most important act normally until the police were ready to arrest you. Every step no. Pressure needed to be given with extreme caution. He was in on top of it, and your time bigger enemy of. Go back to your house. Anna tried, keep calm. The afternoon passed reviewing your plan, checking each movement. I knew I could not fail. At any time the operation could be activated, and she needed to be ready when Sophia arrived from school. Anna received her with a smile, but your heart was in tatters. All went to stay good, she thought, but knew that the storm that was approaching was uncontrollable. Your focus now was the only thing to maintain your safe daughter. Happened as it approached nightfall, and as always Paul returned home, but there was something different in the Anna, with her heart accelerated, tried to keep your composure. He sat at the table talking on your plans without realizing what was about to happen. I was thinking of expanding my business with the new connections I have. Soon we will be treaties as kings, he said with one satisfaction that made Anna feel sick. This is impressive, he responded. She is keeping the calm, knowing that at any time moment all would change. And then the sound of cars crackles from the police stopping in front of the house. The conversation was interrupted by the lights of the vehicle invading the room. Paul, now surprised and confused, stood up to say what this happened and asked him without understanding what happened. Before I could react, the main door was opened with force and several officers entered, weapons in first. Paul, you arrested for the crimes of murder, association, criminal, and money laundering, announced the delegate. While you police officers, they immobilized Paul. He yet no could understand what was happening, but Anna knew that finally justice was being done. "You know with whom they're dealing," Paul shouted while trying to resist arrest. Your face red with hate and indignation, he struggled against the police officers refusing to accept. "Your defeat is a mistake you will regret," from that shouted, your words full of threats. Anna stopped at the entrance of the room. I watched the scene with my heart fired, but years she had expected. But now that it was happening was more intense and terrifying than ever before. It could imagine that while you police handcuffed him, Paul turned to Anna with an expression of pure hate. Your voice, tearing through the silence of the house, was, "You, Anna, you did this, you destroyed all." Shouted, your voice loaded with betrayal. But Anna remained in silence. No, there was need for words. Your look, firm and relentless, said everything he needed here. Anna's silence. It was like a final blow, a proof that she had defeated. Paul was dragged out of the home, still yelling threats, but Anna knew that for the first time he knew he had more power on. After Paul was taken, the commissioner approached Anna, his eyes showing empathy and determination to do this. "Let us go, ensure that he never again may hurt you or your daughter." The words were a relief for Anna, who nodded slowly, feeling one piece, unexpected start to graduate in your heart. "Thanks," she replied in a calm but determined tone. Anna knew that was just the beginning of a new chapter, one in which she finally could rebuild your life. Far from the shadows of Paul, the case, however, he was far from ending. Paul's imprisonment became a scandal in the community. Your newspapers and television channels quickly spread the news. The man, respected, known, put your influence and charm, was directly connected to mafia and accused of the murder of his ex-wife. The impact, he was immediate friends, neighbors, and acquaintances stayed shocked. For many, it was impossible to reconcile the image public Paul's impeccable with the crimes that were now becoming known, but for Anna that was proof that the truth finally he was being revealed and only would be deceived. But while chaos took account of the headlines, Anna dedicated herself, the most important start over her life, to Sophia's side. Memories of the years of fear, yet haunted, but she knew that with each day was stronger. The battle there was arduous, and the struggle for justice. Still no, he had finished completely, but Anna, he was determined. She there was proven to you same as it was stronger than Paul ever imagined. And now with the world seeing his true face, I could finally breathe relief and look at the future with hope. You days following, they were tagged for the chaos. Anna became focus of attention. So much for the courage in exposing Paul as to by the questions that arose about how she had achieved to support, to live to the side of him for so long. The media took a while in creating a judgment public, and the opinions about Anna were so divided as intense, but he was prepared. I knew that when exposing the truth, same facing controversy and scrutiny public there was taken. The decision, right your actions, no, they were only for justice, but also put your survival and for Sophia's safety. The whirlwind of events, no, it gave truce. Anna needed provide statements public, participate in meetings with your lawyers, and above all secure a new home for her and her daughter. During that time, Sophia was always close to her mother, realizing that something profound had occurred, changed same. Without understanding completely the gravity of what they had faced, was as if the attention that before dominated the environment had been replaced, but one calm, yet strange for both, but necessary. In one night calm, after the dust started downloading, Anna and Sophia finally sat together in the new house for a little while, apartment far from everything that represented the old their life. Sophia looked at her mother with eyes full of doubts and asked in a soft voice and hesitant, "Mom, now we are holding Anna's heart squeezed to hear the question." She hugged Sophia with force, feeling the tears I've been holding back for so long finally roll by the face. "Yes, my love, we are safe now. No one never more go us hurt." As the weeks turned, within months, Anna began to rebuild her life. Was a slow process, but she was determined to find the peace you were looking for. Lots of things had been lost to the along the way, goods, materials, dreams, old friends who disappeared in chaos, but what she won was more valuable of that all, freedom. For the first time in long time, Anna could wake up without fear and plan a future for you, herself, and for Sophia, without the shadows of control and danger hovering on them. Although the road to recovery was long, Anna knew that each small step represented one victory with the help of his own strength. She was transforming trauma into resilience. Now she had something that Paul never could take away: the certainty that there was fought for the truth defeated, the freedom and peace he conquered. No, they were just for her, but to teach Sophia that even us, moments more, there are always dark one exit for whom he has courage to fight. Anna's journey does not ended with the end of Paul. By contrary, marked the beginning of a new phase in your life. Determined, making a difference, she began to get involved with organizations that supported women in situations of violence, domestic, using part of the inheritance coming from an uncle who does not he had heirs on a past to invest in causes that fought against abuse and injustice. This new mission he brought purpose yours. Your life, transforming the pain that was there faced in strength to help other people to free themselves from cycles of violence. Paolo's case is not just collapsed your empire criminal, but also shed light on figures, influential people who belong to the same circle of corruption. Courage from Anna and expose the truth, inspired investigations that unmask other powerful involved in similar crimes without ever imagining that one day there would be voice in something so great. Anna became one figure influential in the fight against corruption and abuse. Your history began to circulate as a symbol of resilience, encouraging other women to report and face your oppressors. In one afternoon, calmly, Anna observed the horizon through window of her new home. Sophia played in the garden, laughing in a way carefree, something Anna had not seen in years. While reflected on your journey, she recognized how far away they arrived. The battle was exhaustive and left brands deep, but the result was liberator. Anna had broken the chains they learned and finally found the peace and freedom that I so desired. The pain of the past was transformed into one story of strength, a reminder constant of his victory against darkness, and S trajectory is a testimony powerful than even us moments more dark. Courage and determination, they can lead to redemption and to a life better. Your history, it is not only an example of overcoming, but also a call to action. For all who face challenges similar before, Anna not just recovered your freedom, but also it found a new mission: show to other people that change is possible and that the fear never must be stronger than the will to fight for a future worthy.
Thank you so much for watching this video. Like and subscribe to help me grow.